I was going to say the U.S. men's Olympic team, they lost the exhibition to Australia. Does this mean anything? Does this have significance, or is it just exhibition?
Well,
I fully expect the USA to win the gold. I don't want to see us ever go back to not winning the gold.
It's all prelim. A girl on Twitter was getting on my nerves the other night because she kept saying, "It started already." I go, "No, the ceremony hasn't started. This is prelim. This is like She goes, "It's not practice." I go, "In a way, it's practice because it's not real." And they can still win it all. I don't know if they will. The rest of the world's caught up to them. Great for Kevin Durant. I'm glad he went. I'm glad he's playing. He's really a trooper, man. Guy's amazing. I love him.
I'm ecstatic. Yeah, I hope. Yeah, we need our stars to play, and for him to go through that playoffs, bit hobbled, and still play the Olympics.
Yeah, they can win.
Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate it.
Right. They still can win the gold. So, I mean, it was just a prelim. I think they lost twice, did they not?
Yeah, they lost to Nigeria, too.
Right, they did. That's not good. So
no, it's not good.
No, I don't. And Popovich is the coach, Mr. Almighty, which is, I guess Tim Duncan.
Yeah, you've questioned the deity that is Greg Popovich
all the time. The deity wasn't Greg Popovich; it was Tim Duncan. And with a little help from Kawhi at the end, but it was Tim Duncan. Because with all due respect, Kawhi didn't win when Duncan left, not in San Antonio. I just think he got in the right situation and everything fell his way. And I think he's a great player, but everything just fell his way in Toronto. But it was Tim Duncan. And Mr. Genius down in San Antonio knows that, but he'll never admit he's too proud. And everybody loves him and thinks he's great. I mean, Mitchell thought he was great. I have issues, but I'm not saying he's not a good coach, but I don't think he's as good as they're making him out.
And so we'll see if Mike Scioscia can lead the baseball team to a gold. They went undefeated in the trials to get there. Mm-hmm. So I would assume that the USA, we are the favorites to win this.
Yeah, I hope so. Well, Cuba and Japan are pretty good. They're always good. So, and the Caribbean island teams are good. So it's not going to be easy, but I think we can do it. And Mike's a great coach. I trust Mike. So let's hope.
Let's hope. And of course, it's that time again, folks. Here it is. When Bob knocks the Yankees down. What do you got to say about the Yankees, Bob? What's going on in baseball?
They're getting on my nerves. They've the last 12 days, 2 weeks ago, they were in disarray and their ship was sinking. But sure as heck, the lifeboats came out of nowhere and saved their neck. Won 9 of their last 12. They won the night against. They were going to be sellers to get rid of Judge. Now they're going to be buyers and be a pain in the neck. They never go away. They're not that far out of the wild card. Are they going to win a division? Probably not. But there's always enough wild cards to save them. It's like the life raft, or the life preserver to save their neck. They're always there, and I'm never happy until they're out. I don't trust them. I don't. They're like the evil monster in the closet that keeps breaking out and coming out and going after you.
That sounds like UConn, Bob. I don't trust it till they're gone.
Until they're gone, right? And and they had a great. They gave you guys fits last year again. They were the Yankees are. I mean, they tick me off because. You think they're look, they were so close to being 500. And whenever they get there, they seem to get on a 3 or 4 game winning streak. And then they're right back. So we just can't get them below that level. Will they win it this year? Depends who they get. In 10 days, the deadline's coming. The trade deadline. So a lot of people are going to change teams in 2 weeks. And they'll get somebody. But the thing about them, though, this owner doesn't want to spend money. So but for whatever reason, Yankee luck always seems to kick in no matter what they do. They can do the wrongest thing in the world and still come out on top. That's just how they are. So, I mean, I hate their guts and I wish they'd lose, but I know better. I know. My brother's like, I'm not going to win. I go, they're still in it. I don't trust them. They're still there. I don't trust them. And then they're winning on dumb plays and luck out home runs that just barely click over the Don Mattingly home run. Then the one kid sticks. You see the other night when Boston was playing them, some fan threw a ball and hit the left fielder in the back of the head.
Hit the Red Sox player.
Yeah, Verdugo. And he was so mad. I mean, he was laughing about it afterwards, but he wasn't laughing on the field. And the Red Sox took their players off the field. And it's the Yankees. I mean, that's what they do. I've always said they're animal Yankee fans. They should put high fences up and cage these animals off. Block these people off. They don't.
Says the guy who roots for another New York City team.
What do you mean? I'm sorry.
I'm making fun of you, Bob. I'm saying you're saying, oh, the Yankees fans are animals, but you root for a New York City team.
Oh, I root.
So the Mets are saints. Well, the Mets fans are the civilized, and are the Yankees fans are the savages.
You have to. The Mets fans are civilized because they're so. We've lost for so many years. You just got to drink the whole game, and by that time, you know how like originally when you drink you're all wild, but then when it starts wearing, you're like, ugh. That's what the Mets fans are. They're at that level. They can't get.
They're numb.
They can't go wild because you know what? There's nothing to go wild about. And like Shea Stadium was always far enough away from the players where they couldn't interfere. You know, the Yankee Stadium is built like the old stadium, and it was the old stadium for the longest time. The fans are right there with the players. They can interact, and that should not be. I mean, in the old days, 1920, they weren't going to do that stuff. But now they're over, and causing all kinds of problems, and throwing stuff at them, and by the end of the game, they're all in jail because they're throwing stuff on the field the whole game. I mean, they're animals out there. They're crazy, and I still think that when that kid interfered, and he cost the Orioles the playoff game, and Jeter hit that ball that should have been an out. That kid, I would have made him walk through the streets of Baltimore and just let the fans do whatever they wanted to it. You know what I'm saying? And because that kid had no right to do it. And so what does Steinbrenner do? Back then, Georgie put him in the yearbook as a Yankee hero. The next week.
Yeah, put him in the parade too. Why not? I would have put him in the parade.
And you want to hear the funny part? Years later, when he grew up, it was like 12 when that. He was in the Yankees movie, The Bronx is Burning. He actually played one of the Yankee players in the movie. That made his life. You know what I mean? I would have. And you know what? He should have been, and he should have been kicked out. If they tell you before the game, you're not allowed to interfere and play in any form, or you're subject to being ejected. He should have been kicked out of that game. And instead, they gave him a hero's welcome. It was terrible.
So any other events, happenings of note with baseball, Bob? Any teams surging? Any other teams falling?
The Giants and the Dodgers. The Dodgers are starting to surge. And I think, and I told my brother this, since it's past July 15th, I've looked at the schedules, and I do this every year, and I'm pretty accurate. And I said the Dodgers would flip the Giants. The Giants are actually holding on longer than I thought. But they have an easier schedule. I think they're going to flip them. They're playing each other tonight. I know the Dodgers won a big game last night. They hit a 3-run homer in the ninth inning and pulled it out. But I think they'll flip. The Red Sox are still rolling. The White Sox are the best team. They are the best team. I can't wait till the Yankees go to Chicago. So they lose 3. I really, really do. But I think even the Houston Astros, they don't got the pitching's not good enough. And Verlander's hurt again. So I just think it's a White Sox and a Red Sox year. Hopefully those two teams will be playing each other, in the American League Finals, and the Yankees will be home watching it on TV. That's my hope. But I know they're going to be in there somehow. You wait, they're going to make the playoffs somehow. I know it. They're going to squeak in and make that extra wild card. I just know them. It's what they do. And now the Mets, on the other hand, they're just holding on for dear life because they're in first place, and they did win a game today. They won big today. They played the Reds. The Reds are terrible. They're holding on for dear life because they're just in a division that stinks. And, the Mets they're not even 10 games over 500, the Mets. They're the only team over 500 in the division. I mean, that's why they're in. But they need some wholesale changes. They do need a pitcher. They need a couple of hitters. They're totally overlooking that. They're just going pitcher. You need some hitting. Everybody hits this time of year, Rob. It's summertime. And the ball jumps. And everybody's, you hit the ball. It doesn't hurt your hands like it does in the cold. Everything is geared towards the hitter. Happens every summer. When it starts getting colder, when September comes, everything closes up. And that's when the Mets are going to need the extra bats, the extra hitters. Because there's nights when they don't hit at all. And when you got to play a really good team, that's not gonna cut it. They're gonna have to start getting some players that can hit. When I hear they're gonna do a lot of the stuff in deadline, I'll believe it when I see it. I don't trust the Mets. I don't know, but I think that the Dodgers and the Giants, one of those two will probably go to the World Series, unless the Mets get so many players at the deadline that they can hold them off. I don't think Milwaukee will go, and the Cubs are getting rid of their players, so they're going to go on they're going to get rid of everybody in 10 days. They're losing, so they're not playing very well.
Well, as we see, the tides do change at times. So the Yankees are surging again, and we'll see what happens when we speak again. So, Bob, anything else to share with the audience before we close up shop for the evening?
Well, congratulations to the Bucks for one. It's been a long time.
Hear, hear. I second that. Congratulations, Milwaukee Bucks, past and present.
Yeah, you know what? It's been a long time, and they're a good organization, and they're kind of like the Celtics West kind. They wear the same green, and we always had we traded a lot of players back and forth through the years, and I'm glad for them. I mean, I've always kind of liked them. I never had anything, even before my brother, when I was little, never hated them. And I used to love watching them come in and play the Knicks when I was little. They're congratulations, they deserve it, and they finally got it. Giannis got it, so that is the big thing. I mean, Phoenix, don't worry about it. You'll be back. You're young, so let's just keep LeBron off the board. So the Lakers, I'm not a Laker fan, being a Celtic fan, so I don't want him winning. I did love his movie, though.
You saw the Space Jam. You saw the second Space Jam? I did, too. It was good.
Yeah, you know what? Oh, you did see it?
Yeah, I saw it, too.
You like it?
Yeah, because I was like, I have to watch that movie, given everything with Nigel we had on the show, who was on the first Space Jam, and yeah, absolutely, no, it was good. It was entertaining.
It was Nigel's creation.
Yeah.
Well, Nigel told us. Remember, he said that they didn't let them on the set. LeBron didn't let him on the set, but he wanted to put his own spin on it. He did, and it was good.
It was. So there you have it, folks. We're definitely going to have guests coming on. I promise you. I'm not just saying that. So in order to improve the show, though, we need you to please share, like, and subscribe. Hit that bell. And that will help the show grow, and we will let you know when the next guests are coming. Signing off here on The Sports Show with Bob Spino. This is Rob.
This is Bob.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.